What's up, guys? It's Mike Larry here. Mike Larry Lost. You can call me Larry, or you can call me Mike. Um, yeah, how you doing? Today we're gonna do a program that calculates the area and the parameter of a shape, right? So the program now that we want to do, this was requested by Casey. Shout out to Casey. Um, if you want to be in the next video, make sure you comment, and we'll do your program. So Casey requested that I do area and parameter, a program that calculates area and parameter, right? In C. So we're going to do it today, right? So our program is gonna take in a length, right? It's gonna take in length. Let me put it as a comment. If I can type. Let me take in length. It's gonna take in length, right? And the width, right? So we all know that area of a shape, right? Area of a shape is equals to length, right? If I can type length, length times width. Right, we know that a program or how we calculate area is length. Sorry about that, I didn't type in it. So we know that to calculate area, we say area is equals to length times width, right? And that is the calculation of area. Then for parameter, right? For the parameter, right, we say let me put it as a comment. Parameter, right? How you calculate parameter is we say length, right? Length plus the width plus the length again plus the width again, right? So we all know that area is it's kind of a bit hard to explain. I forgot how to explain this, but yeah, area is the space in our shape, right? And then the parameter is the length of the total of all the. I thought to explain. Just remove this, but yeah, parameter, right? So the simplest way we can calculate parameter, right? We can say parameter is equal to parameter is equals to length times 2, because we have two lengths right here, as you can see, plus width times 2, right? That's how we calculate parameter, right? So without let's jump into the code, right? So what we need is the variables that is gonna hold length and width and the area and the parameter at the same time, right? So we're gonna create our variables. I'm gonna make them floats just in case if we have a length or width that has commas in it. So we're gonna say float. This is how you write floats, and say length, right? Then we're gonna say float width, and we're gonna say float again, then area, then float again, then width. Then sorry, then parameter, right? So the simplest way we can write this, because as you can see we have 4 lines, we want to make our code be as minimal as it can be. So we're going to remove these and say comma, right? And we can say width, comma, area, comma, parameter. What this does is just tell the computer that these variables are all float. Their type is float, right? They hold decimals, right? So now onto the input, right? We want the users to type in the length and the width so that we can calculate the area and the parameter. So we say printf, right? And we say enter length, right? Put a little space here. Sorry. Don't forget your semicolon. And then we say scanf, right? Say scanf. And now we are taking in the character, right? Right here we put a comma, then we say and length. So what this does is tell the computer that this variable is gonna be a number, right? That number is gonna be a float, hence the f, right? So it's gonna take in that number that the user has entered and put it in here, right? So we're gonna do the same thing for width, right? We just say width here and width. And we now calculate, right? Because when the users have entered the length and the width, we now calculate area. So like I said in the beginning of the video, how you calculate area is length times width, right? So you say area is equals to length, right? Length times width, right? This is how you calculate area. And then parameter is equals to, let's put some brackets here, say length times 2, and then we add here, we say width times 2. Sorry, times 2, right? And we're pretty much done. We have calculated it, right? So if you want to print all of these, you can just simply do this. Say area is equals to, we put our percent sign and we put a f, and we say this goes to area. The same thing we do with parameter. Don't forget to put a line break here, like this. So what this does is tell the computer that go to the next line after you have printed the figure here, right? Sorry, after you have printed the number inside area, go to the next line, right? So in the next line we want to print the parameter. So we're gonna say parameter. Parameter is equals to something like this, right? So I believe this program, it can run. If we enter 5, 5, as you can see. So as you can see right here, we have an issue. Let's put a little space here. We want to put space after this line. Also want to put space after this line, right? But as you can see, we have multiple zeros. We want it to put in like 2 decimal places, right? So for us to put in 2 decimal places, we just do 0.2 as in 2 decimal places. So you're simply saying after the point, right? Move 2 decimal places and then print the area right there. So let's do it for both. Let's run again so that you see the changes. 5, 5. There you go. So as you can see, it's 2 decimal places, right, after the point, right? So now we want the space after right about here. So we say print f and we say next line. Right, this should work. Don't forget your semicolon. Then we want to do the same thing after. Oh yeah, I forgot this. Say return 0. Yep, I forgot that. But it doesn't matter, we can still run, but just make sure that it's there. So if we run this again, put in 5, 5. So yeah, it's pretty neat now, right? As you can see, guys, it's pretty neat. We can see that it has spaces. Then now we can see that the user entered 5 and 5, and the area for 5 times 5 is 25, and 5 plus 5 so now what we want to do is let's say you don't know the difference between a square and a rectangle, right? So a rectangle has longer how can I put this? A rectangle doesn't have equal sides, right? A square has equal sides, right? So we know, so we're gonna put an if statement, right? So we say if, right? So if length, right? If length is equal to width, right? Something like this. Then we put our else here. Right. So what this statement does is we're saying that if length is equals to the width, then this is a square, because a square has all of its sides equal. If one side is not equal to the other side, then it's not a square, because a square is equal, right? So if it's a square, we know that length and the width will be equal. So we're gonna print, excuse me, gonna print it's a square right here. Then we're gonna put the next line character, and we do the same thing so now we know that if length is not equal to the width, then we definitely know that it's a rectangle, right? So we're gonna print f and say it's a rectangle, How many of y'all know how to tango? I'm sorry about that. Just playing with y'all. Then we put a next line character here. Uh, yeah, that is simply it. And we're done. Uh, let's enter 4 and the width of 4. As you can see, it's a square, right? As you can see here, it says this shape is a square because all of its sides are equal, right? Let's try another one that is not a square. So let's say the length is 6 and the width is 4. And as you can see, sorry about this, I didn't put the back, is it the backslash or whatever. Yeah, sorry about that, I'll remove it. But yeah, as you can see, the area of this is that, the parameter is this, so we know, yeah, I need to fix this to that. So if we put again, let's put 6 6, and as you can see, it's a square. And let's put 6 and 5. 6 and 5. As you can see, it's a rectangle. So this is a bit long. We're doing the same thing all over that. So we need to shorten this code, right? We can put it in here, but it's just gonna, we have to print 2 of them, but we can make this a one-liner. So we say print f, right? And we say area is equal to, and then this percentage sign, 0.2. Don't forget the 0.2 so that it takes in 2 decimal places, right? And then we're gonna take that, we're gonna put a next line, right? And say parameter is equal to, we do the same thing, 0.2f for float, right? And that is it. Put a comma here and we say area, comma, parameter. So in this line, what is going on this line, right? We're saying that area is equals to this. This is going to be replaced by the figure that we have here, right? So after we calculate our area, we're going to take the figure that we have and put it here inside our print. The same thing happens for parameter. So we can do multiple we can put multiple variables here as long as we put in the format of the variable that we, hence f here. So yeah, if we run this again, 5 5, yep. Yeah, sorry about that. Let me make it nice and neat. Because I know it'll be weird if it's scattered. Yeah, so something like this. Let's run it again. 5. Boom. So clap hands for yourself. We did it. We wrote a program that calculates area and parameter. At the same time, it tells you if it's a square or not, or if it's a rectangle. So yeah, shout out to Casey. She's the one that requested this program. for her college assignment. So if you want me to do your, if you have a question that you, or a program that you want me to do, make sure you comment it in the comment section, so that we do it on the next video. But yeah, this is Mike Larry, and make sure you hit the bell icon for more content like this. Here with the programming love. So we're here to spread love. So yeah, spread love, and don't forget to smile, guys. No matter how down you are, just smile. So I'm gonna end here, and like I said, don't forget to subscribe, guys. I don't know. Yes, and don't forget, if we hit 100 subscribers, we are going to. I will post a full C fundamentals thing video. I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I'm gonna post a tutorial on C fundamentals. So make sure you like the video, make sure you share it with your friends, and make sure you subscribe. If we hit 100 subscribers, we do the full tutorial on C fundamentals, or any language that you want me guys to do. So this is Mike Larry, and I'm out. Peace.